Hi guys, and welcome back to the Scrunch YouTube channel. So for this week's video, I'm actually going to be doing something that I didn't plan on doing this early on into the channel, but so many people have been asking to see it, so we're going to do it. If you haven't guessed by today's title, we're actually going to be doing a tidy with me, which means I'm going to show you my equipment, what I use, what fabrics I've got, stuff like that, everything scrunchies, hairbands and clips. But I'm also going to be tidying up like my workstation as we do it. The reason why we're doing this video at this point in the channel, because basically I'm in a group chat called the Scrunch Chat. It's all like to do with scrunchies, it's all to do with the brand. It's like my little support group, we'll call it that. And I posted a picture in there of like my little workstation where I keep everything, and it's not the tidiest of things, but it's like the mess, like you understand where everything is. However, everyone in the group chat attacked me, and I mean everyone, because it was so messy. So when I was asking some video ideas, this one like popped up from a lot of different people. They wanted to see me tidying it up, but also showing you what I've got in the meantime. And it also kind of gives you an insight on what I'm using, you know, how I'm making things, how I do things, where I keep everything, stuff like that. So that is what we're going to do in today's video. If you're new around here and you maybe don't know what Scrunch is, Scrunch is a small brand that I've made up for myself. We specialise in hairbands, scrunchies and hair clips. I'll leave all of our links down below, our website which is scrunchbyliv.com, and also all of our social medias. We have basically every social media you could ever think of, but I will leave them all linked down below. Also, how cute is this mug from Millie? If you don't know who Millie is, I'll leave like a photo on the screen. She's like my best friend, but she made this mug and I am literally in love, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I needed to put that in the video. So I'm gonna get straight into our video. I can tell it's probably gonna be a pretty long video, I'm not gonna lie, because I've got a lot of stuff to go through, but we're gonna start straight away. If you like today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and also leave some comments down below. And I think that's kind of all I have for my intro. Okay, so this is like my workstation. I've kind of angled my camera at a really weird angle, so I'm probably gonna be looking at something I'm not meant to right now. This is kind of like what the drawers look like at this very moment in time. The actual drawers themselves were from Hobbycraft. I think they were about £100. They come with 6 drawers here, just smaller drawers, and then 3 larger drawers. And we've also got this space on top. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realise how much of a mess this was in. I've also got like a box to the side, I've got another box there, a bag there, got my desk there as well. It's quite an expanding workspace, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna kind of get straight into this though. I feel like we're gonna be here for quite a while tidying up this stuff. I'm also gonna be going through exactly what is in the drawers as well. So in our first drawer here, it tends to be a lot of our like hairband type or clip stuff. So we've got a big box here which I actually got from Home Bargains. It's a storage box which I keep all of the clips in, all of my glue gun sticks and also all of our gems. So without tripping them all out, because we don't want to make any more mess than there already is. We've got our roses there, we've got the pearl beads, we've got our hearts which haven't come out anywhere yet. We've also got some ready-made clips for summer. We've got our plain clips, stuff like that. So they just kind of sit in the top drawer. They're all tidy. I think that's like the only tidy thing like you're gonna find, I'm not gonna lie. In our first drawer, we've also got another box of clips, so there is just literally just plain clips in here ready to be decorated. We've also got our hot glue gun, and we've also got rubbish. We need a bin bag already, well done Liv. We've got some little roses here which haven't quite found their home yet, and I've also got some more dividers for the actual box. I do actually think our first drawer is actually the tidiest. You know, it's not the best, but everything is actually neat and tidy in there. And with our clips, I kind of need to be more careful with them because of course all the little gems, you don't really want them going everywhere. In our second drawer, first thing you see is a mess, I'm not gonna lie. This is our like sewing machine drawer featuring the lilac fabric from Marie's scrunchie. So you just kind of store all of our elastic in here. I've got some thicker elastic, I've got some thinner elastic, we've got a pencil, some scrunchie that went wrong. We've then got 2 little drawers by here where I just kind of like store all of my sewing cottons. We've got so many different colours. We've also got our sewing machine bobbins, we've got our safety pins, we've got our sewing machine needles, we've got our more clips, we've got our bobbins, we've got plenty in this drawer. I know it kind of looks like a mess when you put all of like this on top, but actually this is probably again one of the tidier drawers I try to keep. Featuring though the fabric, I don't really know why that's kind of shoved in there, but it was. Now I don't really know what our next drawer actually is. It's kind of a bit all over the place. We've got our organza bags which the Millie collection comes designed in. We've got our white organza bag, which is for the Demi collection. We've got some little clear bags which I actually store my scrunchies in. So I get a lot of questions asking how I store my scrunchies. I actually store a lot of them in these little bags. We have different sized bags which I'll go through in just a second, but these are kind of the first lot of them that you're going to see. These are just for like if you buy one scrunchie, for example, you'll get one of these and like our gift cards. I just think it's easy to put them in these. It just means they're safer, they're not going to get broken, they're cleaner in these, because obviously with the packaging bags, so like these ones for example, we're fine, but we do also have paper ones for our larger orders, and we wouldn't really want anything to get broken or like pierced and then dirty, so we have to use these to keep everything clean and tidy. This drawer is kind of exciting in a way because it's also where we store our hairbands. So this is our festival hairband. If you don't know, we actually have a giveaway going on at the moment, so you could also win this hairband. It is a one-of-a-kind hairband. I'm waiting for our packaging to come so I can pop it in a bag and then ship it out to our lovely winner. We then just got some hairbands that are in the process of being made. So some of them are literally just gemmed to the max as usual. These are the Milli bands. Again, they will be going back on sale on June 1st as everything else. So we've got plenty of those ready to go. Okay, so our next drawer down, again, is just filled with hairbands, I'm not going to lie. These ones are just more of a plain hairband at the moment, waiting to be gemmed up. But these, again, were from the Milli bands. We've got plenty of colours left. Our next drawer is kind of like the fabric drawer. A lot of fabrics in here are like ready cut, or they're like just ready to go for summer. So we've got our lovely neon orange, we've got our coral silk, we've got the candy floss velvet, which is the light pink velvet, we've got the delicate organza, we've got a new unreleased one coming in July, we've got another unreleased one coming in July, and we've also got our neon green fabric as well. So in this drawer is kind of just like the fabric drawer. We keep a lot of our fabrics in here. We do have more than one fabric drawer, of course, with all the fabrics we actually have. So I'm just going to tidy this up quickly. I've also just popped our Marie fabric in there as well, so it just looks a bit neater, a bit tidier now. I've just kind of moved it down a little bit just to do the final drawer here. So this one is kind of, again, it's kind of big mess, I'm not gonna lie. So we have our bag of ready cut scrunchie fabrics. So if I'm really bored in the house one day and I need to do something other than just making scrunchies, I will cut a lot of fabric, I pop it in a bag ready to be made. I've also got these here. I don't think you can really see them. I bought them ready for Millie's collection, but we never really used them. They're actually stencils, so if I ever go back to making big boxes full of stuff, I've got some stencils to do some art with. We've got some of our packing card. We have our sticky back plastic here in the colour baby pink. It's actually like a shimmery colour. Again, we were using this for our PR packs. We also have a little bag of scrap material, so obviously there's times where I have little bits of material that are no longer usable as a main big scrunchie, so I tend to keep a little bag of small scrunchies to make some joint ones and to make some really small scrunchies as well. And I also have a little pack of pens in here. Okay, so starting at the bottom of this side here of the bigger drawers, again this is a fabric drawer. As you can literally tell, it is filled with different fabrics, so I'm going to go through a couple of them quickly. Some of them are in here really nice and tidy. Example, there's some like scrap fabrics in here as well. So I've got some fabric left over from the Kalula scrunchie. We've got some fabric left from the Cheerio scrunchie, from the lavender scrunchie. We've then got these like really small ones that I actually got from Hobbycraft. A lot of people were asking where I got these little bits of fabric from. They are actually from Hobbycraft. So you've just got some like really cute little designs. You can only make about 4 or 5 scrunchies out of them, but when you just want to have like a little, like, you know, a couple of fillers for the website, then these are perfect. And they're also good for testers as well. So if you're trying like a new method with sewing, or even if you're new to making scrunchies or sewing in general, I would definitely recommend getting some of these. They're called fat quarters. I think you get about 5 of them in one like pack. So you get like a pack of them like that for £7, and you can get 3 of those for 18 in Hobbycraft. So I definitely would recommend getting something like that if you're starting out, or just looking for some simple fillers for the websites as well. I've then got some leftover fabric from the Millie scrunchies that needs to be made into a scrunchie. We have our pink and blue pug fabric from the Summer Scrunchy Pug, which is coming out on June 1st. It's a mixture of them both, so you get half one colour, half the other. I've got some leftover fabric from our Easter Scrunchie Rainbow Rabbit. I loved this fabric so much. So I'm just going to focus, there we go. It's such a pretty fabric. I've got some random like little lilac fabric. It's like a velvety fabric, but I could never make a scrunchie from it. So again, I feel like I'm just going to use that as a tester or like a filler for the website. I've then got this like silvery grey crushed velvet material. Again, this is an unreleased one called Shine. I actually love this one so much. I think the camera doesn't even give it justice. It's so shiny. I've then got this like baby blue teal organza fabric. This is from the Scrunchie Sienna, which is coming out on June 1st. It was designed by Sienna, our promoter. I'll leave her links down below. She's created a lovely scrunchie. It's like a see-through type fabric, but it's perfect if you like the delicate fabric. We then have some black velvet. Now, I've not used this one again. I was going to use it, but I never got around to doing so. I think this would be perfect for Halloween, though. It's so soft, but I think this would be perfect for Halloween, even for school. Again, we have another unreleased fabric. This one is going to be called Fizz. It's like a champagne gold velvet. Now, you can just tell in the camera how shiny this fabric really is. It is so pretty. I've also just got some like little net fabric that we use for PR packages as well. Yeah, it just kind of like sits in the drawer. I think we can all agree that looks a lot tidier now. It's all compact into one drawer. In our next drawer, we actually have scrunchies. The first drawer you're actually seeing where there's actually final products made, ready to go for the summer stuff. So we've got some pinky dots, we've got some polka purple, we've got clueless, we've got orange. There's plenty in this drawer, and this one up here is very similar as well. It is just filled to the top with scrunchies. I'm not even going to try and tidy these because I literally don't even think there is a way to tidy these two drawers up. So they're just going to go straight back to where they were. So in terms of the actual drawers themselves, I think we can agree that they're all pretty tidy. There was everything like overflowing out of them. Things were in the wrong place. Now they are a lot neater for us. Now, however, we're going to have to move on to this lovely bunch on the top. Okay, so moving on to the top of my drawers, of course, again, there is a lot of rubbish on here. I'm just going to quickly declutter everything and then pop things back on where they should be. So I'm just going to give this a quick wipe down as it hasn't been cleaned in about a month now, so I think we need to give it a bit of a little wipe down just to get rid of any germs, any dust, anything like that on the top. Okay, so when I first bought the drawers, this is kind of what they look like. They're just a bit plain on the top. Obviously, you can remove this lid and just use it as an open top drawer, but I think this lid makes the drawers a lot better because you can store things on top. So the first thing we put in here is my little pack-in drawer kit. So anything I've got, like my receipts, anything like that, my invoices, they go in here. In here we also have our resealable bags. If you remember earlier, I showed you some of our smaller ones. These tend to be the main size that people go for. These are like the medium bags. They fit about 4 scrunchies in them. Nothing really too special. They were from the Works and they're normally £1.50. I got quite a few of them, so I think they got me a bit of a discount. So again, we've got an empty box now, and this is kind of what it looked like when I bought it. Again, this is actually from WH Smith. I believe it was about £3.50. Well worth investing in one of these if you own a brand. They hold so much stuff in here, it's amazing. So I'm going to put our invoice books in here first of all. Obviously, if you don't know what an invoice book is, it's basically for when I'm writing out receipts for customers, stuff like that will go in there. We've then got our photo cards. If you don't know what our photo cards are, when you order from Scrunchbyliv, you actually, if you order from a certain collection, I should say, you receive a little card to say thank you. And obviously we've got our new summer ones, we've got our demi collection ones, and we've also got our milli collection ones in here as well, which are just loose in here. So whenever you buy from Scrunch, if you buy from a specific collection, you're most likely to receive one of these little photo cards. We've then got our stamps for our stamping kit. We've got our little cards that we make with our stamps. So it says handmade by Scrunchbyliv, and I do actually sign them all as well. So this is a list that'll keep safe. We've got the cards to do our little signed cards, and we've also got our little stamping kit. So as you can see, I've been using the purple most recently. I just store them in these little bags. It keeps everything neat and tidy, and I've also got our stamps. So that kind of like sits on its corner over here. It tends to be at the bottom of things just because it is literally a nice flat surface to pour things on top of. I got some new items the other day from the range. These are so cute though. They're little stickers to go with our newest packages. They say handmade with love, so if you buy from our June collection, you most likely will receive one of these, or if you're within the first 48 orders, I should say. I've then just got my notebook. This one was from WH Smith again. I just use this to actually add all of the money I'm spending up, how much stock we've got left, stuff like that. So when you receive a scrunchie from Scrunchbyliv, you'll most likely see them come in like this. So if I just get one for example, so they look like this in the end, so I'll just kind of come closer to you. So they look like this in the end, so you've got this little thing here which kind of like holds it together, and it'll tell you what scrunchie you're buying, and that's our little photo card as well. So I use my card to actually make these to go on our scrunchies. I've then got our plain white hairbands for the demi band, which is these ones here, and they just kind of sit on top of those because they're ready to be made. I've then got my business cards, which are from Vistaprint. I've still got so many of them left. Every time someone orders from me, whether you've ordered once or 1,000 times, you will receive one of these little scrunchie cards. They just literally show you about the brand, and then we've got a little quote in the back as well. So again, if you buy from us on June 1st, you'll be most likely receiving one of these. I then got my stapler, my hole punch, and some scissors, which they just kind of sit on here. I use these for multiple different things, so it's kind of handy just to have them lying on top. Okay, so the next thing that goes on here is actually my sewing machine. Now, my sewing machine is like a little baby one, like literally it's the size of my head, I'm not gonna lie. I love having a smaller sewing machine. I think it's easier to store, and it's also easier to make my scrunchies on. Because scrunchies are really small, little delicate things to make, and this definitely makes it a lot easier. And it's really simple to use as well. We then got our organza bags from earlier, and they just kind of sit to the side here. We have our Scrunchbyliv scrunchie stickers. We haven't really got that many left, but they kind of just sit on top over here. And there we go. So that is it all when it's tidy. I think it does look a lot better, I'm not gonna lie. Although I like it when it's in its mess because I know where everything is, it does look a bit more presentable, I'm not gonna lie. So that is what the top of our actual scrunchie drawer set is meant to look like. So that is all I have time for in this week's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me clean up my scrunchy my little area over there. There was a lot of stuff to go through, so if you stuck around to the end, you're very dedicated, and thank you very much for watching. If you did like today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and leave some comments down below. As always, any questions I will answer as quick as I can for you. I will leave all of our social medias down below alongside our website, so if you want to go check those out, I will leave them down below so you can do so. As I always mention, we are having a massive restock on June 1st, 2020, and we're going to have like 42 individual scrunchies going on there. So make sure you go check those out on June 1st. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you click that subscribe button down below. We are really close to 100 subscribers, so thank you again to anyone who has subscribed. Your support means the world to me, and to anyone who is involved in the Scrunch company, so thank you very much. And that is all I have time for in today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Bye!